Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for stopping back into Two-Handed Board Gaming. My name is David, and today we're going to be doing another unboxing, but today it's going to be for Zombicide Black Plague. Now, some of you might be rolling your eyes. Hopefully not if you've clicked on the thumbnail for this video, but Zombicide Black Plague has been out since 2015. And Zombicide is, if you're not familiar, and if this is your first introduction to board games, well, let me tell you what, Zombicide is a huge part of, I think, building the board game space that we know today, and some of us quite thoroughly love, because of its incredibly deep popularity. So, what is it? Well, like zombies are, incredibly important genre, so our current culture, there's been so many, various, medium of games, movies, books, TV shows involving the undead, right? So thank you, George Romero. But no, so, just to give you a quick introduction in case you don't know anything about this game. Zombicide, it's a cooperative board game. It's set in a medieval fantasy world, this particular version of it, right? This setting has sort of like your fantasy, I would say maybe dark fantasy, characters that are fighting sort of like an outbreak of a plague that, guess what? Black Plague, it says it right there. Except this time, people are getting up from, being overcome, right? So, some might describe this as Ameritrash. There's a lot of dice rolling. I love it though. That's sort of, it definitely speaks to me. But yeah, here, just, again, I digressed a little bit, but it's cooperative, so up to 6 people can play this. Again, as I said, medieval fantasy. You'll control a character, and you go on, missions or quests. You get gear, you get loot, and you gotta survive, like zombie attacks and zombie onslaughts, right? So what's not cool about that? It actually has a pretty robust or strategic depth. It's got tactical, a lot of tactical combat. You really have to be sort of plan your moves or your actions that you're going to take. Every character starts with 3 actions, and then as you gain experience, you'll be able to level up. A lot of people, again, there's been a lot of saturation with Zombicide, right? So there's been a lot of iterations. So a lot of people, or some people, maybe not a lot of people, have certainly become numb to the next release. And so if you sort of follow any modern crowdfunding as far as board game wise, then you know that, you've got Zombicide Black Plague, you've got Zombicide Undead or Alive, you've got Marvel Zombies. Their most recent one is Deceased, so DC universe with Zombicide running through that as well. So yeah, so I think for me, and the reason I'm doing this today is the fact that I have not played Black Plague. I don't know why I haven't. And it's because I never owned it, right? But I've had this sitting on my shelf for a while, knowing that I did want to get into it. And to be perfectly clear, I've got a number of other versions of Zombicides, second edition, Undead or Alive, and a few others, Marvel Zombies, right? So I like the mechanics. I love the sort of strategic play of it. I like the various settings, and to be frank, I like zombies. What's not to like, right? So without further ado, before I just go off a little too farther than you really want to hear me, ramble, let's get into this thing, because some of you might have, you might be just getting into the board game scene, and you know what? This is a great game to get into, especially if you have, you can play this solo or you can play it cooperatively. So, all right, let's do it. All right. And we'll warn you here that this could be dangerous, right? I'm going to try not to cut myself, as I always try not to. See? I don't want to damage the box either, because I'm kind of weird that way. Okay, so that'll allow us into the box. So, here we go. Don't you just love that sound? What is it about opening something, anything? It doesn't even have to be a board game, like for the first time. Like, it's always, to me, it reminds me of maybe Christmas in a way, or whatever holiday you celebrate, or birthdays or whatever. Just you're finding something that maybe you've been waiting for a long time, and finally getting to dig into it. And yeah, okay, trash on the floor, pick it up later. There we go. And look at the cover, right? So isn't that beautiful? That is some incredible artwork. And I do like sort of this it's not cartoonish. I guess it's sort, I guess in a way it sort of has a cartoon like I don't know what I'm really bad with descriptors, but a cartoon like sort of novelty to it, but at the same time very comic book like, I don't know. I dig it, and this is sort of the same sort of art style that has permeated through most of the Zombicide games, right? So, all right. Oh, we didn't even go to the back. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm doing a bad thing today. I'm not even letting you look at the back. What do you get with this thing, right? What do you get with it? Okay. Well, if you are into miniatures, which I am into miniatures, and let me see if I can get you a little bit closer. A little bit. I actually still like, I think, yeah. Anyway, I'll bring it up a little bit. All right, so 71 miniatures, 6 survivors, so 6 characters. 35 walkers. Those are the generic, like the real one-hit zombies. Fatties, they call them here. In others, they call them abominations or brutes. Those are the tough ones. Runners. You have an abomination. I'm sorry. So, and then necromancer, which is a different sort of variation of the Zombicide game. Then you get 6 survivor ID cards, 6 plastic dashboards, 6 color bases, 6 dice, 48 trackers, 68 tokens, 125 mini cards, 71 equipment cards, and 54 zombie cards. And that is what comes in the box. No friends are in the box. You don't get any friends with the box, but the box might bring friends in. Who knows? 1 to 6 players. They recommend it for 14 plus. I mean, I would play this with my son. He's 11. So, and then they estimate an hour. I would say that would vary based on the scenario, and then how familiar folks are with the rules, and etc. etc. Okay, enough said. Let me stop banging into things. All right, we're flipping it over. Okay, yeah, doesn't that look good? Ah, good, great cover art. All right, let's get this. Oh, ooh. The board tooted. We had a board toot. All right. Let's get this over here. Oh, all right. Oh, what do we have here? It is a Zombicide Black Plague rules and quest. All right. Look, and what is the page count? Probably similar to most others. Actually, maybe a little bit, 55 pages. That's not too bad. And we'll do just a quick perusing. Here we go. So, broken up into the various chapters. We've got so game components, setup, game overview, basics. So we're going to go through the basics of the rules, our player phases, And then, we're talking about the different actions you can take, which are move, search, open door, reorganize, trade, combat actions, enchantment action, take or activate an objective, make some noise, do nothing. All right. Sometimes you just don't want to do anything, right? That is not an ideal turn for any Zombicide game. You really want to maximize and sort of make sure that you're capturing your full potential. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So we've got zombies phase, goes over the zombies phase, necromancer cabals. And that's the thing. I'm sorry, I have played this once, but it was at a convention, and it's been a long time since I remember that game. So there are things in this I will learn for the first time myself. Combat vaults. What vaults? Playing with 7+ survivor. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. And then obviously your quests, and how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nice. So it comes with a nice... Oh, okay, good. This one you can play easier for 4 survivors. That's good. But most recommend 6 survivors. All right, and obviously it gives us a quick overview of what you're getting in again, and what those components should look like. Your miniatures, your color bases, your dashboards, your starting, your base characters. And if you're not familiar, there are a tremendous amount of expansions for this, in particular, Black Plague. Listing of all your cards, doors, etc., spawn points. Yeah, so everything that comes in the game, it's going to list it on the front. That's nice. So you can track things down, and if you don't know what something is, you can come in here, reference what those, the icon, I'm not going to even say it, the tokens and what those things, should look like. So yeah, and then we'll sort of, obviously how to set it up, how to set up your character board, how to set up the actual tiles for the game. And then we'll talk about, how things are aligned, and, what each sort of, like the spaces on the maps represent. Yeah. Line of sight, incredibly important. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, look at that. She looks like she is ready to party. Talking about different... Oh, okay, spells. You know what? I think I knew that, but yeah, so I guess we have spellcasters. That is actually cool. I like that. So, atypical melee weapons and then ranged weapons, but yeah, we have spellcasters. That's pretty sweet. All right. And then obviously this is breaking down what these cards, the various card will statistics. So, and just so this is sort of a range 0, like you have to be in the same space. So many dice you roll. So 1, this you would need to roll a 4+ on that die to hit, and then how much damage it does. And then also some weapons will attract zombies they'll create noise, and so obviously the more noise, the more zombies that are going to head your way. So this weapon can be held in one hand, so it's not two-handed. Oh, and also you can have 2 of these. So you have 2 axes. Very cool. Little noise tokens. This is describing looks like your spell or a scroll. That's very cool. Okay, yeah, and then this is going to break down your character, obviously their name, and so what level you start. You start out, this character would start out at level 1, and he happens to have a +1 to his melee attacks, so which is cool. And then as you level, you have this experience sort of tracker down here on the board. So this experience tracker will, as you progress, you're unlocking levels. So level 2, we'll just say it's level 2, right? So then at this yellow level, you would gain an extra action. So you'd have a total of 4 actions for every turn for that particular character. But the one thing that this also does is this makes it incredibly more difficult. So the more experience you gain, the zombies show up in greater numbers or have more sort of potential to hurt you, like with variances to the cards that, you know, you don't get at these lower levels. So as you gain experience, the game ramps up with you. So yeah. And then, oh yeah, so you're just talking through the different zombies that are available in here, or, you know, that you'll face. Like I said earlier, the walkers are, you know, there's, you know, one action basically. Same thing for the fatties in here, but they're tougher, but they're still the same thing, one action per turn. And then, you know, tells you how much experience they are. Runners are tough because runners have 2 actions, but only worth 1 experience. And then abominations, experience-wise, 5 points. But if they end their action next to you, that's bad, because they're gonna hit you for 3 damage. And damage is auto. You take it automatically unless there's some sort of thing, that armor or something that would negate, or you have a chance to negate any damage. And there are characters that sort of are what would be quote unquote tanks. And then I think the necromancer, and this is the thing I don't really know a lot about for this particular game. Necromancer special rules are explained, in depth on page 29. So I don't know if you don't know either. We both don't. None of us know, right? So someone out there knows, but I will find out. So anyway, yeah, just going over the player phase. You know, the various actions we're talking about. Reorganizing, trading, combat actions, searching, you know, enchantment actions. Okay, so that's got to be sort of like a spell. Yeah, casting spells. Take or activate an objective, you know, make some noise. Oh, so you can actually make noise to draw them in. And, you know, if you, for example, didn't have anything if you weren't making noise on your own, you can just start, you know, yelling at them and using harsh language, you know, and they'll start coming your way. And then this talks about zombie phases. You know, how they will move towards sort of noise, but also how they move towards line of sight. How they spawn on the various maps. Yeah, look, you know, double spawn cards. No zombie, but double trouble on the next zone. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm actually really excited for this. I don't know why it's taken me so long to, you know, I think just because, you know, I have a plethora of games that I need to play that you know, it's, you know, if you work a full-time job, it's sometimes hard to table things and get things, you know, because you got families and you got everything else that's going on in your lives, then, you know, it's a challenge. So yeah, you might have a game on your shelf that hasn't been unopened. At least I do. I have quite a few. All right, I digress. Anyway, so Necromancer Cabal. Okay, what is this? Okay, so heroes and villains arise as the zombie player spreads across the kingdom. Some necromancers secure deeds vile enough to get a reputation of their own and become our sworn enemies. Be wary when these such heinous folks gather, as they share a dark ritual. The necromancers disappear in an energy vortex, instantly calling zombie legions. Ooh, okay. Create your own necromancer cabal at game setup. Choose the necromancer you want your survivors a team to face. Cool. And then use the classic necromancer rules to spawn and move necromancers. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to read through this. Beware the dark ritual. And then each of the special necromancers has special rules. Sweet. Okay, so yeah, if we like this and we want to pursue this, but then we'll certainly look to get more necromancers, I assume, through expansions. So, and then we're going to talk about combat, melee actions, ranged actions, magic action. Ooh, dragon fire. Oh, I guess that's sort of like dynamite or some. That's going to be the thing that I assume is combined with torches, oh, so I said dragon bile, to take on those big massive hordes and the abominations, because those guys have, I think you have to do at least 3 damage to them. Yeah, so we're talking about vaults and what they can see. Vault art. Ooh, artifacts. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm liking that. An orcish crossbow. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh wow. And look, this is talking about playing with 7 plus survivors, so it's sort of, you add additional spawn tokens, it looks like. Man, I can't even imagine playing with like 12 characters. Well, I mean, I wouldn't play solo with 12 characters. That'd be a little overwhelming. And then oh, okay, and so now we've gotten back to there's a tutorial, so these are like sort of your generic quests. Oh, not, I shouldn't say generic, but like this is the start of the tutorial quest, and then obviously you'll go from page to page, you can pick or choose, or you can go in order, but this is basically your game layout and all the objectives that you need, all the tiles you need, any special rules, how you're going to win, and then it shows you all the tokens that you'll need for each one. So yeah, and then I'm sure it keeps going. Boop, boop, boop. Yep. And then yeah, also in the back, there are, if you haven't played any Zombicide games, there's a tremendous amount of like skills that are associated with the various characters, and then a lot of times they're very unique, and I think that sort of sets it apart from other games where, like, maybe not other games, but it sets it apart so that not every character is going to feel different. You're not sort of just playing, oh, I'm a fighter, you're a fighter. Yeah, you might be 2 fighters, but you have some variances and things that sort of, make you stand out. So, and unique and sort of, fit your own role. So, yeah. And then to the very back of the index. And then on here is sort of a good summary of how, you'll, play around, right? So there you go. Robot, sort of a Fast and Furious flip through. Okay, we'll set that to this side and get into the miniatures, because I think that's what everything's in here, I think. So, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off camera for just a second so I can get it out, and then I'll slide it back in. Well, okay. I thought it was gonna be a lot harder than that really was. There. So there we go. Miniatures are in here, and then I'll pop open the cardboard here as I knock things over on my desk. All right. So there we go. All right. So yeah, this is gonna be your tokens, and then your game boards. Let me open this up and try not to cut myself. Let's go up the side here. Oh, I think there we go. All right. So, all right. Pop this open. Oh, look already. I don't even have to go that far. So I've already got my. Look at that. Look how pretty. Look. I love the color. As I unwrap it, it comes alive here. There we go. Okay. Come on. Hurry up, bro. You're like the slowest unboxer I've ever watched. Well, I apologize for that. I will get better. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just keep doing this as slow as I possibly can. Okay. All right, so, god dang it. So, it's like, I thought I was done. No, I don't know. I could probably get this with my fingers here. Can we get it? Oh, yeah, we got it. There we go. All right. There's our characters. Oh, can you see? Can you see? All right, so we got Anne. Anne looks like a nun. This slot may hold a dagger instead. Okay, so she starts with bloodlust melee. That sounds terrible. I mean, like, it sounds probably cool, but Yeah, and then it'll show as you again level up. So she gets her, accompanying +1 action at yellow, and then when you hit orange, you get you choose one, which I like. So you can play the same character and it'll be different. There'll be a lot of variances. So I might play a game where she gets a +1 free magic action, and then the next game I might play where she gets a +1 free melee action. So some of the items she picks up might determine what would be better, which I like. +1 free combat action, +1 dice to combat rolls, and then rally roll. I'm sorry, geez, roll 6, and then +1 die to come. So, yeah. So, and then once you max level, you get to choose one of the 3. So, all right, we have Baldric. Oh, he's a spellcaster. Okay, so here's one of our mages. All right. And this slot may hold a sword instead. Okay, all right. Well, that's good to know. +1 free magic action or spellbook. Okay. We have Clovis. Oh, he looks like a sort of a Nordic fighter of sorts. Melee, +1 action, +1 free melee action. Swordmaster, nice. And +1 free. Yeah, so he looks cool. Oh my gosh, Samson. I think I saw, yeah, like this guy he's almost dwarf-like. But Ironhide. I wonder if that's sort of like a armor. Probably so. And this let me hold the shield. Okay, cool. He looks awesome. I think I like Samson. All right. Nelly. All right. +1 action, +1 free. Oh, she has a free move action. Oh, she's gonna be running around the board just taking things out. Okay. And then Silas. And +1 died ranged. Okay, so well, maybe stereotypical elf-like guy. He's got a longbow. All right. Cool. All right, those are our characters. 6 of them here. I know there's like a ton of other ones that I don't have, but if we like this enough, maybe we'll at some point we can try and acquire some more. So, and here's your some tokens. So these are sort of the spawn tokens. The X's are your objectives. I see some, I believe these are door tokens. Yep, more objectives. Your noise. Bring out your dead. Okay. Exit for obviously finishing whatever mission you're on. And then I don't know what these are. Maybe just is it some sort of liquid? Maybe it's like, oh, maybe that's a dragon bile stuff. Okay. Okay, or I think maybe, I don't know. These look like pillars. And then this is I think one of those vaults. So I assume like goodies, treasure chests. You want to get into that stuff. Okay. And then these are double-sided, right? So yeah, because there's your doors that have been broken down. And those, oh look. That's like a secret passage almost. Okay. Or something, maybe that goes into the vault, right? Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now this is making sense. So like you must be able to throw that dragon bile down, and then you can use the torches, I think, to set it ablaze. So then you sort of take out all your enemies. Awesome. Okay. Well, there's one. And here's another one. Very similar. Everything on here. Obviously, some different tokens, probably for various missions or scenarios. Yeah, everything looks pretty much the same. There's a little bit of variances. Like I see a green door, a blue door. So that'll also that's gonna, I'm sure, factor into some of the different missions. It's a bunch of spawn tokens though. It's like, yeah. All right, and then here we come over to your map tiles. Man, and this is the other thing they do really good, is the artwork. Artwork is just really good. It's real fantastic. Yeah, I mean, just, oh, that's this guy. This guy didn't get up. He was one of the. He didn't walk again, or maybe just taking a nap. All right. No, yeah, like look at the shadows, the light casting through. This looks good. I think that's I've always appreciated about CMON in general. CMON puts out Zombicide, but their art style, their artwork, it's always top notch. This looks like some sort of chapel, maybe. You know, things have gone awry, or some sort of temple. This looks awesome. So, and I'm sorry, and as you saw that, they're double-sided, which is cool, right? So there's a lot of variance in here. We got going on here. Oh wow, yeah, that's this looks like my room at times. And obviously there's been things happening. The hoardes have maybe come through here at some point. Let's see what's on the other side. Yeah, all unique artwork. I haven't seen anything duplicated, right? So looks like some sort of long tavern. Yeah, that's where they cut the meats. There's a big table there. They're having a little feast, maybe. That didn't end well. All right. Yeah. What do you think? I mean, this artwork really looks good. I like sort of like, and it feels like, barren, where like well, obviously it's barren, there's nothing, but you know what I'm saying? Like there's a bleakness to it, that I think sort of pops from the actual artwork here. Like you've walked through this sort of town that's quiet and sort of a misty morning. Yeah, I don't know. It's actually getting me more excited to play it now. Okay, steps, and I don't know what's happening here. Not good though. They got a lot of biscuits or donuts in here, or bread, most likely. Bread. Yeah, that didn't end well. Statues falling off, broken apart. Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh man, sort of like these four pillars or four buildings, at least. This is the corners, it looks like. Man, a lot of tiles. Well, I mean, it might have the same amount of tiles as most, but a chest in here. Some sort of entry, or just a big hole in the wall. Maybe it's a port. A latrine. Maybe it's somewhere to go to the bathroom. Oh, there we go. More bread. Come on, poor people. They didn't have a chance to finish their bread. Flour. So sort of a mill, I guess. Some type of mill. This is cool. All right, and then that's cool. And it's like a dark room. You don't really. It's hard to tell. I mean, obviously, it looks like it's like a gathering spot for folks. The tables and what might have. I'm not sure what happened in there. Obviously, I think we know what happened. Okay, this looks like it fell off like a tavern or an inn or something. There's a few of the the more fortunate or less fortunate, depending on your perspective on it. Wow. Okay, so blacksmith. It's the blacksmith. Oh, we find some stuff in here. I was gonna find some goodies, maybe some artifacts. Maybe some of those artifacts. And then like like see the light just creeping through, like you can't see the openings, but that there's just coming through the paneling or the wood on the outside, or the frame, I should say. That's awesome. And then yeah, like this, you got some lantern or something, torches, most likely, illuminating some storeroom, or somebody that has a shop. Nice little dried blood stains there. Oh, oh wow, look at this. This is cool, right? You got your beds, you know, this could be part of the inn or just maybe a bigger house. And then, what do we have here? A little bit of everything in here. Some things are knocked over, doors. Yeah, this is cool. Okay. And then, yeah, so those are all your tiles. Yeah, all of them look great. The artwork's, you know, just, it really captures the mood, I think. So, all right. Well, let's take a look at some minis. And before I open that up, I'm gonna move some of these tiles over to the side because I don't want them to get in the way. All right. Let's break it open. And I'm gonna have to turn this to the side in order to make it functional for our unboxing. Isn't that nifty? All right. So, oh, and I'm dropping things. Six dice. And lately, they got pretty fancy. Maybe they were fancy with this, but they sort of give you oh, maybe they are generic dice, but no, I know they do like different designs based on sort of the Zombicide that's going on. So these are going to be your sort of pegs that track the various statuses on your player boards. So those pegs will slot in the different places up here, like between your levels, your health, and yeah, this is up here is where like sort of your backpack. You have sort of a left and, you know, your left and right hand. So your character card will go here on the center. I was gonna say, I gotta find one to show you. Yeah, I'll grab one real quick. So yeah, there's old Silas. And this is your experience tracker. So start at 0. And let me tell you, if you get all the way up to 43, you've leveled out, and yeah, things are terrible at that point. I mean, it's just incredibly dangerous, right? So yeah, and then there we go. Yeah, so there's your your player dashboards. So let's we'll leave those there because I don't think we have to take those out. Again, your pegs for the track and everything. Number of cards. Let's just take a quick gander. See what kind of cool cards we have in here. And that's sort of the thing that I like about Zombicide in general is like the loot. Like sort of, you know, you never you know, like it's, I don't know. It you know, reminds me of any sort of dungeon crawler where you're sort of finding, you know, hero quests where you're finding cool items and weapons and power-ups and things like that. So okay, so you can see, I think we can see pretty good there. There's a hammer, and here are this is a pretty cool weapon because it rolls a die. It's 4+, but it will do 2 damage, right? It is noisy. And then I forget, obviously, those, you know, sort of those, I don't know if that's that different levels unlock certain things, possibly. Don't quote me on that. All right, that's one. All right, I won't do this right, but we'll go through. So Mana Blast, so that's one of your combat spells. Short bow, that is range 1 or 0 to 1. Roll 1 die, 3+, does damage. I see, like, yeah, you see like the, oh, that's the hand. You just need one. Is that, no, is it 2 hands or 1 hand? I think that's 1 hand. It's a 1-handed weapon. There's your short sword. That's not too bad. Okay. Another short sword. Another short sword. Oh, are these, I wonder if these are starting equipment. These might be like sort of like your starting equipment. I'm not sure. You know, because Zombicide games start with sort of a random but, you know, sort of generalized layout of equipment. There's our orcish crossbow we saw in the rule book. That thing's nasty. It has vault, ranged, one action to reload, free and end phase. Okay. And it's got I see two like sort of it's got like sort of two. So there's a 0 and there's a 1 to 2. All right. We'll have to read all that. Okay, and this would sort of, this actually, oh, it's not good, because what that does is you place a standard walker in the zone, you just search. They just like pop out of the chest or, you know, wherever, door, under the bed, whatever, you know, number of these. Geez, okay. Apples, okay. Oh, you can take the apples and discard to get XP. All right. There's an axe. There's another axe. We got chainmail armor. Oh, okay. And so with this, if you do take damage, or if you're attacked, then I think you roll 4+ and you negate it. So awesome. And crossbow, roll 2 dice, 4+, 2 damage. Nice, I like that. We got daggers, which you can. Is that dual wield? You can dual wield these. A lot of daggers. A lot of daggers. Spell, combat spell, Death Strike. 4+, roll 1 die. That's 2 damage. Okay, so that's for your wizard. Yeah. Or I think there's maybe 2 casting spell type characters. Dragon Bile. Spend an action and discard Dragon Bile from the hand. Put a Dragon Bile token within range 0 to 1 and line of sight. Cool. So you throw that down, and then you find a torch, and then you light it on fire, I suppose. I'm sorry, I just put those down and think, yeah, so the same ones. Fireball. Ooh, 3 dice, 4+. Ooh, that is cool. That is really cool. A lot of fireballs. Ooh, a great sword. Ooh, 5 dice. Ooh, 5+. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. All right. Another great sword. Oh, another hammer. Okay. Hand crossbow. What's the hand crossbow do? 1 action to reload, free and end phase. Oh, okay, so you could reload. So you basically shoot it, and then you get a free load at the end of the turn. Rolls 2 dice, 3+. Nice. I like that. A few of those. Healing. All right. Yep. So you got nice. It's you can cast spells at least to heal characters. Once per turn, target survivor covers 1 wound. Nice. Up to their starting total. Healing can't be used to resurrect a survivor. Well, that's sad. Invisibility. All right. Leather armor. 5+. We got lightning bolts. We got longbows. We have a mana blast. All right, 4+. Does a point of damage. Oh, plate armor. Ooh. Dang, 3+. That's sick. That's pretty sick. Okay. Plenty of arrows. You may reroll ranged attacks with weapons with the arrows keyword. The new result takes the place of the previous one. Oh, okay. That's cool. Awesome. So you attach that to your bow. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Oh, plenty of bolts. Same thing for the crossbows. Okay. Oh, repeating crossbow. Oh, that's so cool looking. I love the artwork on this. 5+. Oh, you're rolling 3 dice. Okay, 5+. Okay, cool. And then what else? Oh, another one. Yep. Repulse. Oh, it's an enchantment. Once per turn, select a target zone the survivor can see, then a destination zone range 1 from it, sharing an open path and 1 zone farther from the survivor. Zombies standing in the target zone are pushed to... Okay, so it's like a push. Okay. Obviously, it says repulse. All right, salted meat. Some salty meat. Gain 1 experience. Yep, okay. Ah, shield. 4+. Reroll once. Sorry, reroll once armor rolls made, with another equipped armor. The new result takes the place of the previous one. Cool. All right. Short bow again. Short sword again. Speed once per turn. Select a survivor in a zone without zombies. They may immediately perform 1 free action up to 2 zones. Nice. Okay, that's cool. All right. Oh, just regular, you know, generic sword, just a regular sword, yeah, like a broadsword or something. Yeah, 2 dice, 4+. That's not bad. We got some torches. Spend an action, discard torch from the hand, and select a dragon bile token within range 0 to 1, line of sight. Resolve a dragon fire. Nice. Torch, torch, torch. Okay. And then we have water. Discard, gain 1 experience. Yeah, you know, you're thirsty. Standard zombie invasion. Oh, okay, and these here are your cards that you will pull that will, these are your spawn, yes, how you spawn zombies, right? So I'll just give you a quick idea of what that, quick idea what that will look like. So, standard zombie invasion. Oh, invasion. So at level, oh, that's cool. So at level 1, right, just 1 walker, right? So if everyone is, and that's the thing. So if your party is trying to stay together, which is beneficial because you don't want people like, you don't want like everyone at level 1 and then someone is up at level, you know, orange, you know, because then you're going to be spawning, you're going to spawn zombies that you might not want to spawn at that point. You know, they're going to be tougher, there's going to be more of them. So yeah, so the colors represent the different levels of your experience. So obviously at blue level, it's a much easier fight than at a red level where you've spawned 3 fatties. So yeah, I think that gives you an idea. And you know, I'm not going to show you all these because, you know, again, they're just variants, you know, variations, right? So ooh, extra activation. Oh yeah, that's nasty because with that, you draw that, and then you think you're okay, but you know, position yourself far enough away, but those kind of break that your you know, your thought. I mean, that break your sort of your strategy there. So, double spawn. Oh, double spawn. If or zombie invasions. Yeah. So I think oh, there's a necromancer. Spawn a necromancer with its necromancer spawn zone. All necromancers already on the board getting an extra activation. Oof, 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 oof. All right. And then double spawn. Yeah. All right. I think that gives you a good idea of what's what kind of cards. Let me get these together and get them off the side here. Yeah, what do you think so far? There's, you know, like you know, again, I'm familiar with the other Zombicides, so it's a little bit easier. It'll be easier for me to pick this up, but you know, if you're just getting into board gaming or just getting into Zombicide, you know, this is actually very accessible. It's straightforward. You can play it solo, you can play it with groups, and it's fun. I mean, the ones I've played have been, you know, they're always fun. They're challenging. Sometimes lose a lot, but you know. So, all right. Well, I think what is there anything else under the trays? Is a question. I don't think there is. I think that's just sort of, yeah. So I mean, obviously there's, but that's under the plastic. We can see the miniatures. All right. Well, let's see. I can turn this again. Oh no, this is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well. I'm working in limited space. Okay, so I'm gonna close it just for a second. And just so I can turn it over and sort of get it so I can get better accessibility to it. Okay, jeez Louise. Let's look at our, we look at our heroes. Let's look at our heroes. All right, so let's see if you can see this guy, girl, whoever. And sort of, this kills me every time. Like, I think I get this thing set up the way it should, and oh, there you go. There you go. Get a good idea of the quality. He's got his cape, or his cloak, and a pretty large broadsword maybe, and then looks like a bow strung across the back with his quiver of arrows. He's looking cool. All right. And then, who is this? Is this Nell? I think that's Nell. She's looking pretty cool, man. Yeah, she's got like it's got claymore or something. That's a great sword. Oh, yeah, she looks cool. Yeah. I don't know what I've never painted any of the zombie side uh, board games that I have, but I know a lot of people do for this one in particular, or not. I'm saying like the Black Plague, and I've seen a lot of folks online. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh boy, what's his name? His name Clovis? I can't remember. I could probably look it up, but look at that. He looks great. He's ready to rock, man. This Gandalf-esque folk dude here, man. He's like, yeah, like, but the sculpts are great. Like, I mean, this game came out in what, 2015? I said, yeah. I mean, we're talking 9 years ago. They look good. I mean, good for board game. I'd say better than most board games. Even today, this is good quality in 2024. And then who is this? Oh, there's our nun. She's looking cool. Oh, also looking very gaunt. Jeez. Oh, I don't know if you see that. She's got like plate armor in there. Because that leg is plated up. She's looking pretty tough, man. It's like, yep, nope. Don't break out the ruler. I don't know what that meant. Yeah, so she looks cool. It's our like sort of Ravager type character. I mean, he's a fighter, but he looks cool. Like, get in here, man. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, good detail. Like, I mean, really sort of you can get in there and you could really sort of make these, if you decide to paint these, you can really make them pop, So, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, he's looking good. And then I think our last one, and I like this guy, and I'll just say the name. I'm gonna bring the cards over here so I can see. This guy is Samson. Here we go. So, Samson. He looks like he has a very dwarfish face, and maybe he is a dwarf, right? Actually, this would be a good miniature for like just an RPG. Actually all of them, right? So, but yeah, he's been working out. He's been working out. Maybe he's the blacksmith. I don't know, but he's cool. Yeah, he's really cool. His face looks great. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Those are our characters, and then yeah, we'll take a look at some of our zombies that we're gonna be encountering. I'll just give you an assortment. I'm not gonna break out each one, but I'll give you a good assortment so that you sort of have an idea of what sort of sculpts they've included here. There looks like some variances. So they're not all generic. I mean, obviously you'll have multiples, but looks like you get a good selection. So, and this is just going to be, like sort of your standard walker. Oh, ooh. The gray is there. God dang it. All right. Yeah, that's not doing that justice. There we go. That's not too bad. Poor peasants. They never saw it coming, right? They never saw it coming. Ooh, this dude's about to pop through the camera. Yeah. They look good. All right. They're not too bad. They don't look too bad. Here's another one. Oh, wow. Yeah, her face. Ooh. Can I get a better zoom? Nah, I think we're getting too close now. There you go. Yeah. And this is one of the runners. Actually, he looks terrifying. Yeah, he looks terrifying, right? Yeah. Yep, I'd be running too. I'd be running away. Yeah. These guys look good. Okay. All right. I'm pretty impressed so far. I think you've seen this one. We'll show him again. We'll see this guy? Well, if you didn't, you saw him now. Oh, no, I don't think he did, because he's got like he's got a cool beard. got his, got a beard there. I dig it. All right. And then this is one of the fatties. These guys can take 2 hits. Oh, look at oh my gosh. They look good. This is, look at the, yeah, he's had his fill. He's been eaten. He has been eaten. That, yeah. These actually, I bet these would probably paint up pretty well. You can capture a lot of detail in these. All right. This is another runner. Yeah. Yep. Terrifying. Oh yeah, here we go. And I think I'm gonna just a few more, and then I think that'll be pretty much it. This is another fatty variant, right? Oh god, he's like holding his guts in. That's so, oh, that's sick. All right. Oh yeah. That's some strong stitches on the back there. Yeah. Yeah, he looks cool, right? Yeah, I like it. Okay. And then this is your abomination. Ooh, yeah. Man, muscular. Working out. Looks like they tried to hang him because he's got like a noose around his neck. Jeez, okay. Apparently he didn't like that. He does not skip back day, that's for sure. Actually doesn't skip any day. His calves are ginormous too. Yeah. He's working out, this abomination. All right. Yeah, and it looks good too. And then finally, you know, we've got our necromancer. And let me make sure we get him in all his glory. Let's see if we can. There you go. Yeah, he's looking straight evil. You know, straight out of a 1980s sword and sorcery movie. You know, but you know, hanging out with his skull friend. You know, some rando that he just got attached to the skull. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, those are, I think, yeah, again, there's more miniatures in the box, but they're going to be the same ones, you know, that, well, let's just make sure. Let's just, you know, pop our heads in there. Yeah, the variant, yeah, I've shown you pretty much, you know, I'm going to miss one of the walkers, but I think I've given you a good idea what's there. So, yeah, that's that is Zombicide Black Plague. And I'm going to close this up just for a second. Well, not for a second, but so you can see this cover. Or, yeah, so we'll leave it like that. That way we can leave you with a great shot of the characters and the title there. All right, so tell me what you think. Is this something you would consider getting yourself and playing? I think I'm going to do a playthrough of this sometime soon, because, you know, obviously one of the reasons I wanted to unbox it was so I could play it. So, and then I will try and record that and get that so that you can watch that as well. And then as we play that, or as I play that, you can learn the rules that I might have brushed over. Yeah. This has been a rambling unboxing of Zombicide Black Plague. Yeah, just if you like this content, please like and subscribe. If you're so inclined to, I would appreciate it. It certainly give me an idea of what sort of things you want to see. Yeah, it's it's officially our second board game. Look at that. You know, that we've talked about. You know, we've talked about a little bit of everything, and that's sort of that's sort of where I'll go with some of the content that I'm gonna do, because I just like everything, you know, in the gaming, you know, sort of space. So there's not much that, you know, I doesn't interest me. So but yeah, that's it. So until you stop by again, my name's David. This is Two-Handed Board Gaming, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.